Please consult your primary care provider before the start of any exercise program. Please ease out of a pose if you feel any discomfort with the movements provided in the yoga program. Mountain pose can improve overall alignment and balance in the spine and throughout the body. To transition from the floor into mountain pose, first, rotate onto your right side carefully. I'll assist if there's a chair here. And then press your hands into the floor to raise your torso up, bringing your both hands to the floor, coming onto all fours, and then carefully standing 1 foot at a time. If you're choosing to sit or standing is not available to you, finding a seat and sitting with your back away from the backrest in the chair with a tall spine. If you are standing, checking to make sure that your feet are about hip width apart. So what that means is about 2 fists width. So you can eyeball it and also make sure that the feet are parallel. So the toes are pointed forward and they're parallel to each other. The knees are slightly bent for those standing. For everyone, the hips are in a neutral position, so they're not tilted too far forward or back. The belly is pulled in slightly to help strengthen those core muscles. The shoulders are down and back with the arms heavy at your sides. The neck tall as you lengthen through the crown of the head with the chin just slightly tucked. To explore mountain pose fully, on an inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, and on the exhale, see if you can sense the floor and the chair if you're sitting underneath you, allowing the floor and the chair to support you, to take your weight, and from that place of grounding, lengthening up and out through the crown of the head as you inhale. Sensing your feet on the floor, and sensing if you're sitting in a chair, your seat in the chair underneath you. Allowing the shoulders and arms to be heavy. And breathing here. Notice the breath as it travels in and out of the nose. If you're standing, keeping those knees just slightly bent, it will keep some of those muscles engaged. Perhaps notice the muscles that are working to keep you in an upright position. We're going to explore a little bit of weight shifting and movement here in mountain pose. Let's start by placing our hands on our sides and begin to shift slightly forward and back. It doesn't need to be a big movement. If you're standing, you'll notice your feet move and the weight shift in the feet. If you're sitting, the weight shift will happen in the hips as you hinge slightly forward and back. Just practice noticing how your body responds to keep you balanced as you move and shift weight. Next, you can shift side to side. Again, noticing how your body responds to movements and how your muscles work and adjust to keep you upright as you move. This helps to improve your overall balance by working all of the tiny muscles that need to be activated to keep you standing throughout the day or seated in an upright position. Next, you can begin to make small circles, one direction, and then the other. This also helps lubricates the joints in the ankles if you're standing, or again in the hips if you're seated. And when you're ready, coming back to center. Next, I invite you to imagine that your pelvis is like a bowl of water. And so we're keeping our hands on our sides, and we're going to tilt the pelvis forward so that if it really were that bowl full of water, you'd allow some water to spill out the front of the bowl. So slowly and gently tilt the pelvis forward, allowing some of that imaginary water to spill forward from the bowl. And then back to center. And then we're going to tilt the pelvis back, allowing some of that imaginary water to spill out the back of the bowl. If you're standing, your knees will need to be bent for this to work. And back to center. Once again, inhale. On the exhale, tilt the pelvis forward. Inhale back to center. And on an exhale, tilt the pelvis back. Doing a couple more on your own rhythm. You can go as slow as you like here, noticing how your body responds to the movements, and essentially doing a little bit of a massage in the hip sockets and hip joints, which can also help increase flexibility and mobility in your low back. When you're ready, coming back to that center position, allowing your arms to be heavy at your sides once again, and taking a breath here.